Hello my lovely humans, and welcome back to another part here of City Living on my channel, and I think this is part 14. Now with part 15 being the halfway mark, we are setting several things in motion with this one part. I know these past two parts, there have been a couple of time jumps, and that's because I'm setting up for all the importantness that is the second half of Season 1. I really do think these characters will come back at some point, and so just, I just do. It's just like certain characters coming back in my other, I just do. Moving on. And so we're setting some things up. And that really just means that it's anybody who wanted drama, I haven't really felt like there's drama in here, and I'm trying to intertwine, but it's really hard because I really want to make it about city living. And now I'm just like, city living's been a long time, so like, if you don't know, if you've not played with city living, then, I can understand why you want to watch. So, for that reason. For me, it's about the story. And right now, we are in the Chang household. Now, this renovation went up yesterday. So, if you want to see the renovation of their new apartment, well, I'm not going to walk you through it. That went up yesterday, so please go check that out. I'll link it down below in the description. And then we also have a butler, because they have room for the butler upstairs. And the butler has been in the family since Kimi was a teenager, I think, is when she showed up. Michelle is her name, Michelle Gordon. And she showed up when she was a teenager, and actually it's one of the reasons why she ran away. Kimi ran away. And I have to admit, it's pretty sad of everything that's like going to happen and stuff. This part, I don't know, it makes me sad, and this is a very Kimi-centric episode without Kimi in it. So sorry, Paxton, you'll get yours. I'm pretty sure he's actually a main one in the part, which will be a big time jump, by the way, guys. Big time jump, not a small time jump. And so there's this, and this is all leading up into that big time jump. And I have to say, we're starting here with arguing. Now, no one likes good argue, but Lori here is mad beyond. She is screaming at, I can't think of his name to save my life. She is screaming at Henry, like literally, she's like screaming death row. Like, you are banished from this house. I can't believe you brought that girl back here. And he's probably thinking, well, she's the butler, she lives here, and now she's all happy and normal, like nothing ever happened, because, well, that's also something else that we're going to talk about, is her tendencies. They're not the best parents. And what I'm trying to get at here, because I was going to keep the one thing a little bit of a secret, but it's not a secret, because when you get a butler, other people have to move in with you. I didn't know that until right now. And the butler is over here, or she was over here. Okay, she's not anymore. I don't know where she went. She's in the apartment somewhere. I can promise you that. Alright, she is currently walking around, which this is her. And I'm not going to really show you her because her makeover hasn't happened yet. And, I don't know, I just feel like, I need to show you in the makeover. Maybe I don't have to show you. I don't see the real problem. Who did show up with her. So, that kind of makes me both a little nervous and, a little nervous. Do you guys see a little, well, you guys wouldn't know what the little problem is looking for. That I'm looking for. How would you? Let me just do a quick jump down here for a second. And let's see if I can spot the little... No? Okay. Unless the little problem shows back up. I mean, that is why they're fighting, because the little problem was here. And she knew about the little problem. I guess I can tell you what the little problem is. He had an affair. They were having issues. Lori's not the nicest person, I guess you can say, and that would make her not be the nicest wife. And it's pretty tragic that they were having marital issues, and it drove Kimi insane. and she figured out the reason why they were having such bad issues is because her father is a dirty cheater, basically. And they kept it through. They're like, nope, we'll stay together. She was born. The child was born when Kimi was just becoming a teenager, just when their life was getting back to normal after the tragic loss of her grandparents that really did like shake. Her mother became a major like drinker after that, and it was bad. And then obviously she's sober now and she's all good now. She's still very not nice, but she's better now. And her dad never really got over. Her dad turned to the butler, yeah, who actually was for some point of Kimi's life, for really aged her up to her teen years. I mean, I think she showed up right as she was turning into a teenager, so it was like that perfect role model. And so it is really sad that Kimi had to lose that role model over this, because she confronted her and they had this huge blowout, and she said, fine, I'm done. I'm done living here. I don't like my parents. I don't like my family. I don't like anything about this. I'm leaving. And she did. And we'll go there. We'll go where she left. This is Memory Lane. Guys, this is what it's called. It's going to be very cheesy. But it's Memory Lane. I'm trying to give you guys the heads up the story here. I mean, the reason why I didn't bring it up before is because, well, because I just feel as if they'd keep it a secret. They wouldn't really talk about it. But it's also the reason why she's reluctant to ask for money, because of just, you know, her parents being such jerk faces, which they are, because her dad's a lying, stupid cheater. And a stupid cheater, like I was saying. Sorry. Okay. My sister just came in there for a second. Anyway, watches this and knows her. She's the reason why I just stumbled there. But that's the point. Back to what I was saying. And that's why I said stupid cheater like 6 times. And so she would get like really mad, and she would not want to. And that's why she wanted no part of the family. Is because she didn't feel like there was any family to go back to. There was no family to run to. There was no family that she was scared of going home. Now, with that being said, her mom seems like a nice lady, right? No. Her mom has, her mom's very mean. She's abusive. She was abusive at one point. When her grandmother died, it was bad. To the point where, Kimi had to go stay with the aunt. And then she came, it was only for like a few short days, but it was bad. And now Kimi's back. Obviously, Kimi came back, and they got the butler, and that's when all this happened, and it just got worse, and Kimi's like, fine, I can do it. That's, you know, that was really the drawing point. And so, but they always hoped that their daughter would return, as any parents, I guess, would. In that room that we're gonna go visit, a room upstairs, because like I said, it's kind of like Memory Lane, and it's for me to take you down Kimi's past. And right now, we're walking through her memory lane. This was where she grew up. This was her room. It's plain. She didn't decorate. She picked out that bed. She picked out those curtains. She picked out the computer. And maybe she read 1 or 2 books. You know, she wanted to be a critic. She always has. And she always really felt like she wanted to be a critic. So that's what she did for a living. You know, that's what she did when she was younger. She criticized everything, and her favorite critics, her favorite people to criticize was her parents. So she had a blog that she talked about all of her problems in, and it did really well. And well enough, obviously, that she could move out on her own. And this is where she did all of her stuff. Her parents bought her all this stuff. They had no idea until she told them right before, you know, in the note that she left, that, hey, you know, everybody knows that you guys are not the mayor. You know, that the mayor is a corrupt place, and that Sam Shino is not for everybody, and that you can really ruin a life, your child's life, because you just don't care. You know, it was all in the note. All the sad note. And I guess the other And I mean, there's other issues that went on. Her mother decorated this place and she didn't really like it. She didn't like the seating area. She didn't like most of this. And it wasn't hers. Like this family heirloom, she didn't want it. She didn't think it really fit her. But, sadly enough, she got it instead. It's a tragic heirloom. The reason why there's, obviously why there's so many bars. There's quite a few here. There's one in the bedroom even. But they had to grow. They had to grow as humans, and they had to grow. They just did. And oh wow. Select the butler category and choose. I've never seen this. Now, I never really played with the butler either, so I mean, it's very interesting. And I have like a bunch of things they can do. This house is filled with goodies. Now, she's only an adult, so that means she got pregnant young too. And which means when he was younger, he must have been a stud. You know what I mean? Must have been a stud. So we go to management. I don't even know what that means. Do you guys know what that means? I don't even know what that means. Okay, so responsibilities. Well, our next thing, because we're kind of going down memory lane. They've never been to the place that her mom's gonna go. Her dad is gonna stay here with the butler. Do butler things. Do butler things. And she still very knows that he's still cheating on her. And which is the reason why they've always had problems. But she also grew up in a family where divorce was just, it wasn't a thing. She didn't believe in it. Her parents didn't believe in it. And she wasn't raised that way. I think she wishes she was, so she could be more comfortable, but she's not. And so she's going to stay married to him. And I have to say, it's I don't know. And you guys can tell down here, they're millionaires, so I've never had millionaire Sims, but I decided to. But we're gonna go on a little trip to Willow Creek where now when we first started this, when we first met Kimi and Paxton, they're living in a Crap Shack house, and it wasn't the Crap Shack house that they started in. The Crap Shack house that we're gonna see here in a minute, is the house they started in. And so whatever house that we started in, I can't remember what it was, before they moved to the city, is the upgrade of this. This is pretty tragic. And if you guys do want to see the speed build, it will be going up on Saturday. So I will definitely link this part and the this part in that video. So now, normally there will be homeless people living here. I should just make a generic walk, is what I should do, so anybody could just come in here and sleep in here. I think that's what I might do instead. My game crashed before I started recording this, so. But we're just gonna take, good old, Lori here with us. And I feel like when Lori sees this place, she's gonna realize she messed up. She, was not there for her daughter. And I don't feel like they're gonna reconcile. I feel like it's been too long. Now, the last time we did meet them, they did kind of get along, but she got along more with her dad than her mom, which is, it's heartbreaking, because it just is. I don't know. Tearing apart family, it's hard. And their family got torn apart, like shreds, rips, pains, the whole 9 yards, ripped from them. Ripped from their grasp, and they couldn't figure out why. I mean, they knew why, but they didn't want to admit it. And then Kimi said she wrote all that stuff down, everything they said to her, everything they did, everything, the whole 9 yards on the internet, which will forever be in the interwebs. And it took a dancer on them. They went through a struggle period, and they didn't want to talk to her. They wanted nothing to do with Kimi, to be honest with you. And when they decided they finally did, it was too late. And then all they kept doing was replenishing her fund, her trust fund. And then Kimi kind of said, she kind of closed the bank account for that trust fund, and there was just, no more of that. Money fluctuation, she had to strive for her own self. It was About as sad as this house, to be honest with you. So this is the house that Kimi infamously lived in. She lived with quite a few people. It was not just her. It was a bunch of people, actually. They all took turns sleeping in the bedrooms. She had her own little spot. I'm wondering if it... No, because it's not generic. She had her own little spot inside here. And it was... But, you know, I'd say the real, true issue with this is that she had no one when she came here. Literally no one. She thought she would have, you know, someone at least to conceal in her. But she had no one. She had no place to run, no place to hide, no place to go, no friends to turn to. She felt abandoned, and she came here. It was a place, it was free. No one asked her any questions of why she was here. It was just, you know, come in, stay. And she did. Paxton, when we talked about Paxton, he showed up a little later. They bonded. While all the other people who were not good for Kimi, who were very much a part of Kimi's life, they're not anymore. Some are passed away due to tendencies of not so good things. Some are just not here anymore. They just fell out of touch because Kimi grew as a person as much as she didn't grow as a person, I guess. Now, I'm wondering if I can visit this lot. Can I, like, oh, I know, I guess we are kind of visiting this lot, but we can't knock on any doors. And there's literally no doors inside the house. So I don't even know how I would say hi to the people who lived here anyways. But she lived here. Paxton showed up, and they decided to make a dream together. Now, they don't really know each other, as I mentioned before. They didn't really know each other beforehand. They got really close, and then they kind of had a falling out. But they met here, and she felt comfortable with Paxton. Paxton was not the nicest person because he used some alien tendencies on her to make her feel a little more comfortable. Not to, like, do anything bad to her, but just to make her, you know, a little more friendly. He was also out of his normal range, and it was just not good all around. Now, obviously, there's one more thing that sadly is it's bad, and it's gonna happen, and I'm going to kind of leave it with it's not good. It's gonna change Kimi's dynamic with her family forever, and I think it will be a very interesting thing because we're gonna come back. I think it's like 6 months or so from this point, from the point of where her mother is smiling by the fact that her daughter had to move here away from the rich life of San Myshuno to this crap town in this crap city. It makes her happy. That's how much of a bad person her mother can be. That it's bringing her joy that her only daughter, her only kid, would betray her this way and do it in such a bad way by moving to this horrible, wretched place, and she doesn't care. I mean, a decent mother would cry, right? And she's not going to cry. She's not going to come home and be like, honey, I saw where Kimi lived, and you and us, we just have to forgive her. We have to take her back. We have to love her. We have to be with her. No, she's not. She's going to be, honey, I saw where Kimi lived, and, you know, you were right. She was trash. You know, that's how mean Lori can be. I mean, Lori has a mean streak. And when she gets on that mean streak, she can be a total wretched, bad word that I'm not going to say here because it's not appropriate. But she is that word, if you know that word, if you're old enough to know that word. It's sad, okay, people? It's not good. It's sad. It's tragic. It's just I don't know. I feel like she would. I don't know. I feel like Lori would be like upset by never coming here. not that she felt obligated to come, just felt like maybe she had a purpose to come, and now she finally did, and she realized this crap hole. She realized the problems that Kimi probably had. She's still smiling about it. Guys, this is a horrible woman. I really do not like this woman. But, like I said before, Kimi's dynamic with her family will forever change. Paxton will be reaching his goals, but also failing at the same exact time. And we are reaching the halfway mark of not this video, but of this season, guys. It's only 30 parts, and 15 is around the corner Monday, you know. And I'm so happy to be back recording it. I'm so happy you guys are here to watch this beautiful story unplay out. This horrible, tragic story that I'm going to wreak havoc on every single one of these Sims' lives. Because drama is more funner than this freaking ugly smile that is on her lips. I mean, seriously, how could you smile about this? If you guys like this video, this intel into Kimi's life as much as I enjoyed figuring out what Kimi came from, who Kimi was, please comment down below what your favorite part of the story was. Did you like the house? Did you like how she felt so alone? I don't know. Did you relate? I don't know. Comment down below. Please give this give this video a big fat like if you did enjoy it. And of course, people, I post videos every single day, so I will see you guys tomorrow. So that's the reason why you guys should subscribe, because I'm amazing. And with me posting videos every single day, you guys get new content every single day. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye.